Hello students, I am Sanjay Kamble, Assistant Professor in Department of Accountancy. In our previous lecture, we are start Departmental Final Account. In this unit, we are studied the meaning and objectives of Departmental Final Account. In our today's lecture, we are going to discuss the manner for ascertainment the expenses and allocation of indirect expenses for department. Here manner, the details in such profit and loss account relating to sales, purchase and expenses etc. are ascertained in the following manner. First point, sales or purchase or returns. The books of accounts, day books, ledger, etc. are kept department wise. The day books, that is sales journal, purchase journal, return books, etc. are to designed as to show the transactions of each department separately. Alternatively, in some cases, each department may keep its own day book such as its own sales journal, purchase journal, etc. Such day books helps in finding out the total sales and purchase of each department separately at the end of year. Here it means that the books of accounts is keep department wise to know the purchase and sale of department. Here the transaction shows the purchase and sales during the year end, as well as the department may keep its own day book such as sales journal, purchase journal and return books to find out the total sales and purchase of each department separately, so that the sales, purchase and return books are kept by department wise. Stock, second point, department wise stock can be ascertained by preparing stock sheet separately for each department while counting the closing stock at the end of year. It means that the stock can be ascertained, can be computed by preparing stock sheet for each department to know the closing stock at the end of year, so that the stock sheet is maintained department wise. Third point, expenses. Each department is treated as distinct profit center of cost center. The manager of each department is responsible for controlling the expenses of his department. The expenses of a concern are of two types, direct and indirect. Here expenses means the expenses which are incurred during the accounting period are recorded department wise, and the manager of each department is responsible for controlling the expenses of his department. The expenses are divided into two groups, that is direct expenses and indirect expenses. Here direct expenses means are the expenses which can be directly identified with a particular department. For example, the direct expenses of a production department would be the raw material consumed, the wages of the workers, and factory expenses such as rent, power, etc. Department-wise direct salaries, wages can be ascertained by preparing separate pay sheet for each department to production or manufacturing, and those expenses which are allocated absorbed for a particular job, unit or product is known as direct expenses. Here direct expenses include raw material consumed, wages paid to workers, as well as factory power and rent, etc. Second, B. Indirect expenses. Indirect expenses are the expenses which cannot be so directly identified with a particular department. Many expenses are incurred for the organization as a whole and not for any particular department. However, the expenses, for example, expenses on common purchase, expenses on common sales, expenses on common building, and so on, benefit a number of departments. These common expenses, also known as overheads, can be charged allocated to each department on some suitable basis. Here indirect expenses means those expenses which are incurred for whole organization, which are directly not connected to the production activity or not connected with a department. The expenses which are incurred for common, for example common purchase, common sales, common expenses on building, etc. So these expenses are allocated to each department on the basis of some ratios. How to calculate this ratio and how to distribute these expenses, we are understand the distribution of indirect expenses with the help of following chart. First of all, we study the expenses distributed to department. Here other common expenses which cannot be so allocated to each department, that is audit fee, legal fee, interest on loan, etc., are charged to the P&L, general profit and loss account. Other abnormal losses, for example loss of goods by fire, damaged stock sold at loss, are also charged to general profit and loss account, so that the departmental profit and loss account shows only the normal profit earned by department. The profit of all the departments is transferred to the credit of general profit and loss account, and the departmental losses are transferred to the debit of the general profit and loss account. Here other common expenses means those expenses which are common for all. Okay, common for all departments are allocated to each department, are not allocated to each department. For example audit fee is paid to auditor for auditing the whole business organization. Legal fee, interest on loan, etc., are charged to general profit and loss account and not the departmental final account. As well as other abnormal losses, for example loss of goods by fire, damaged stock sold at loss, are also charged to general profit and loss account, so that the departmental profit and loss account show only the normal profit earned by each department. The profit of all the department is transferred to credit of general profit and loss account. If the departmental final account, the department incurred the losses are transferred to the debit of the general profit and loss account. Here departmental profit. D. Departmental trading account shows the gross profit for each department. Departmental profit and loss account shows the net profit or gross profit less expenses of each department. The net profit of the entire organization is equal to net profit of all the departments less common expenses. It means departmental trading account shows the gross profit of each department, as well as departmental profit and loss account shows the entire net profit of the organization, and the net profit of the entire organization is equal to the profit of all departments. We less the common expenses from departments, we get a net profit equal to general profit and loss account. Now we are going to discuss the allocation of indirect expenses to each department. How to allocate the expenses to each department? Here in chart, the expenses to be allocated, and the expenses are allocated on the basis of some ratios. We find out some ratios with the help of purchase or floor area of each department, etc. Here first point, freight inward or octroi, etc. If freight inward and octroi is given in the problem, we allocate these expenses on the basis of purchase of each department. Here we make it red, or we highlight it to understand very well. Okay, freight inward or octroi, etc. are distributed on the basis of purchase of each department. म्हणजे फ्रेट दिलं असेल किंवा octroi दिलं असेल, हा खर्च तुम्ही कशाच्याद्वारे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करायचा आहे, तर परचेस जी काय दिली असेल ईच डिपार्टमेंटची, त्या परचेसचा रेशो काढून आपण हे काय करणार आहे, एक्सपेन्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करणार आहे त्या डिपार्टमेंटला. हे त्यामध्ये त्यांनी सांगितलेलं आहे. सेकंड पॉईंट, रेंट, टॅक्सेस, रिपेअर्स ऑफ बिल्डिंग आर डिस्ट्रीब्युटेड on the basis of floor area of each department. Here floor area of each department, rent, taxes, repairs of building are distributed according to the floor area of each department. We calculate the ratio of each department on the basis of floor area of each department, and then we distribute these expenses to each department. Third, lighting expenses is distributed on the basis of number of points in each department. Okay, number of points in each department is also given in the problem. We just find out the ratio of these points of each department, and then we distribute the lighting expenses to each department. म्हणजे लाइटिंग हा जर खर्च तुम्हाला प्रॉफिट अँड लॉस अकाउंट मध्ये कॉमन दिला असेल, तर तो खर्च आपण त्या प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंट मध्ये किती पॉइंट्स आहेत, मग ट्यूबचा पॉइंट असेल, प्लगचा पॉइंट असेल, कम्प्युटरसाठीचा असणारा पॉइंट असेल, तर या पॉइंटची टोटल करणार किंवा प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये किती पॉइंट्स आहेत हे दिलेलं असतं. त्याच्यावरून त्याचा रेशो काढून लाइटिंग एक्सपेन्सेस आपण त्या प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटला काय करणार आहे, अलोकेट करणार आहे किंवा डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करणार आहे. फोर्थ पॉइंट, पॉवर इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड on the basis of horsepower of equipments installed in each department. Power expenses is distributed to each department according to horsepower of equipments installed in each department. Okay, here insurance. In insurance there are three categories: insurance for asset, insurance for stock, and insurance for workmen's compensation. So these expenses are allocated to each department according to, if insurance of assets, then we calculate the ratio of each department according to value of that assets. Okay, value of each department, value of assets of each department, then we find out the ratio of each department, and then we distribute the expenses incurred for taking a insurance for assets. Okay, त्याच्यानुसार आपण काय करणार आहे, ॲसेट्सच्या इन्शुरन्सचं डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हे प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटला करणार आहे. म्हणजे ॲसेट्सचा इन्शुरन्स घेतला असेल तर ॲसेट्सचा इन्शुरन्स हा कॉमन झाला, मग प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंट वाईज त्याचं डिस्ट्रीब्युशन कसं होईल, कॉमन दिला असेल तर प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये असणाऱ्या ॲसेट्सची व्हॅल्यू जे काय असेल त्या व्हॅल्यूवरून आपण त्याचा रेशो फाइंड आउट करणार आणि रेशोवरून त्या इन्शुरन्सचा खर्च आपण प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटला पाठवणार आहे. इफ द इन्शुरन्स टेकिंग फॉर स्टॉक, जर स्टॉकसाठी इन्शुरन्स घेतला असेल तर आपण तो व्हॅल्यू ऑफ स्टॉक इन इच डिपार्टमेंट, जो काही स्टॉकची व्हॅल्यू प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये असेल त्या व्हॅल्यूनं आपण काय करणार आहे तर स्टॉक इन्शुरन्स ट्रान्सफर करणार आहे प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटला. सी वर्कमेन्स कॉम्पेन्सेशन, insurance taking for workmen's compensation, and the workmen compensation insurance is distributed according to the number of workers or wages of each department. प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटला किती वर्कर आहेत किंवा त्यांचे वेजेस किती आहेत त्याच्यानुसार आपण काय करणार आहे वर्कमेन्स कॉम्पेन्सेशन इन्शुरन्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करणार आहे प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटला, इच डिपार्टमेंटला. ओके. Next, depreciation. Depreciation is distributed according to the value of assets in each department. Value of assets in each department. ओके. म्हणजे डेप्रिसिएशन दिलं असेल, कॉमन दिलं असेल तर त्याचं डिस्ट्रीब्युशन कशा पद्धतीत होईल तर जी काय प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये ॲसेट्स असेल त्या ॲसेट्सची आपण काय करणार आहे व्हॅल्यू जी असेल त्याच्यावरून त्याचा रेशो कॅल्क्युलेट करून हे डेप्रिसिएशन प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटला ट्रान्सफर करणार आहे. 7. स्टाफ वेलफेअर. स्टाफ वेलफेअर एक्सपेन्सेस इज डिस्ट्रीब्युटेड to each department on the basis of number of employees in each department. Okay. Staff welfare expenses is distributed to each department according to the number of employees in each department. जेवढे काय डिपार्टमेंटला एम्प्लॉई असतील त्यांच्या रेशोवरून स्टाफ वेलफेअर एक्सपेन्सेस आपण डिस्ट्रीब्युशन करणार आहे. 8. Contribution to Provident Fund. Contribution to Provident Fund is distributed according to the wages of each department. ओके. म्हणजे जे काही वेजेस असतील त्या वेजेसवरून आपण काय करणार आहे तर त्याचा रेशो कॅल्क्युलेट करून कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटचं प्रोव्हिडंट फंडचं जे काय असेल ते ट्रान्सफर करणार आहे. ओके. नेक्स्ट आहे कॉस्ट ऑफ स्टोअर डिपार्टमेंट. Cost of store department, these expenses is allocated on the basis of number of employees in each department. ओके. की डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये जेवढे काही एम्प्लॉई असतील प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटच्या एम्प्लॉईंची टोटल आणि त्यातून आपण त्याचा रेशो कॅल्क्युलेट करून कॉस्ट ऑफ स्टोअर डिपार्टमेंट याचं एक्सपेन्सेस इच डिपार्टमेंटला अलोकेट करणार आहे, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करणार आहे. ओके. 10. Cost of personnel department. Cost of personnel department is also distributed according to number of employees in each department. ओके. म्हणजे कर्मचाऱ्यांचा जो काही खर्च असेल किंवा कॉस्ट येत असेल तर तो कॉस्ट आपण कसा डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करणार आहे तर नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉई जे काही डिपार्टमेंट असतील त्याच्यावरून हा खर्च डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केला जाईल. थर्ड आहे कॉस्ट ऑफ रिपेअर्स वर्कशॉप. कॉस्ट ऑफ रिपेअर्स वर्कशॉप आर डिस्ट्रीब्युटेड अकॉर्डिंग टू और ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ आवर्स वर्कड ॲट इच डिपार्टमेंट. ओके. किती तास काम केलं जातं प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटला त्याच्यावरून कॉस्ट ऑफ रिपेअर्स वर्कशॉपचं डिस्ट्रीब्युशन केलं जाईल. 12. कॉस्ट ऑफ कॅन्टीन. कॉस्ट ऑफ कॅन्टीन are distributed on the basis of wages or number of workers in each department. म्हणजे कॉस्ट ऑफ कॅन्टीन किंवा कॅन्टीनचा खर्च हा कसा डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केला जाईल तर प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये असणारे वर्कर्स किंवा त्यांना दिलं जाणारं वेजेस असेल याच्यावरून हा खर्च आपण प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटला काय करणार आहे अलोकेट करणार आहे. 13. प्रोडक्शन और फॅक्टरी एक्सपेन्सेस. Production or factory expenses are distributed on the basis of first material consumed by each department, wages of each department or machine hours of each department, labor hours of each department, and fifth quantity produced by each department. Here production or factory expenses is distributed with the help of material consumed by each department during the production, or wages paid to workers of each department, or machine hour work of each department. Fourth, labor hours of each departments. and fifth, quantity produced by each department. म्हणजे किती मटेरियल कन्झ्युम्ड केलेलं आहे प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटने यावरून सुद्धा फॅक्टरी एक्सपेन्सेस आपण काय करू शकतो, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करू शकतो. किंवा वेजेस किती पेड केलेले आहेत वर्करला प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये यावरून हा खर्च डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केला जाईल. किंवा मशीनावर वर्क किती केलेला आहे प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये यावरून हा खर्च काय केला जाईल, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केला जाईल. त्याचबरोबर लेबर हावर्स ऑफ ईच डिपार्टमेंट जे असतील त्याच्यावरून हा खर्च काय केला जाईल, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केला जाईल. किंवा क्वांटिटी प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय ईच डिपार्टमेंट, किती क्वांटिटी प्रोड्यूस केलेली आहे प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटने यावरून सुद्धा हा खर्च काय केला जाईल, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केला जाईल. 14. Selling and distribution overhead. Selling and distribution overhead is distributed on the basis of sale of each department, unit or kilogram sold by each department, unit or kg sent by each department, units or kg stored by each department. We distribute the selling and distribution overheads according to or on the basis of sales of each department. प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटची सेल किती आहे त्याच्यावरून करू शकतो. किंवा किती युनिट किंवा किती किलोग्राम जो सेल आहे किंवा माल आहे तो प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटनं विकला आहे याच्यावरून केला जाईल. किंवा युनिट्स और किलोग्राम सेंट बाय ईच डिपार्टमेंट, की प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटने किती किलो किंवा किती युनिट्स माल हा सेंट केला आहे. किंवा युनिट्स और किलोग्राम स्टोअर्ड बाय ईच डिपार्टमेंट, किती युनिट्स प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटने स्टोअर केलेले आहेत याच्यावरून आपण काय करू शकतो, सेलिंग अँड डिस्ट्रीब्युशन एक्सपेन्सेस अलोकेट करू शकतो ईच डिपार्टमेंटला. ओके. नेक्स्ट अँड लास्ट, ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव्ह or office expenses are distributed on the basis of sale of each department, and second, salaries of each department. Here administrative and office expenses are distributed with the help of sale of each department and salaries of each department. These are the allocation of indirect expenses to departmental final account. We find out the ratios of department and then we transfer these expenses to each department. Here we in today's lecture we are studied the manner of ascertainment of the expenses and allocation of indirect expenses. In our next lecture we are study the format of departmental final account and format of general profit and loss account. Okay, thank you very much.